Chestnut Hill, Pennsylvania, 1983. It was the kind of town where doors stayed unlocked and neighbors greeted each other by name. But on a rainy October evening, everything changed. Claire Fielding, a 21-year-old journalism student, disappeared walking home from her job at a local bookstore. Her route was familiar: down Willow Street, past the church, across the wooded trail. She never made it home. 2 days later, hikers found her body near the trailhead. She had been strangled. Her purse was found yards away, its contents dumped. Her watch had stopped at 9:43 p.m. No fingerprints. No signs of sexual assault. No DNA. Just a cold, calculated murder with no leads. The case stunned the town. Detectives followed every angle. An ex-boyfriend. A suspicious coworker. A drifter seen nearby. But nothing stuck. With each passing year, the file thickened, the trail cooled, and hope dimmed. By 1990, it was officially a cold case. For decades, Claire's mother, Evelyn, refused to let the world forget her daughter. Every year, she sent letters to newspapers, pleaded on local radio, and even consulted psychics. Nothing gave her answers, only silence. In 2023, the Chestnut Hill Police Department reopened several cold cases under a new task force. One case landed on the desk of Detective Nina Morales, a tenacious investigator known for her sharp memory and gut instincts. She dove headfirst into the box of yellowed papers, crime scene photos, and recorded interviews. Her job was to see what others missed. And someone had missed something. A man named Frank Leary had been interviewed in 1983. A quiet neighbor in his late 30s who lived 2 doors down from Claire. At first glance he seemed irrelevant. But Morales noticed something odd. In his first interview, Leary mentioned seeing Claire that night wearing a navy blue coat, a detail never released to the public. Then, in a second interview, he said something else. She wasn't wearing her yellow scarf that night. She always wore that scarf. But the yellow scarf had never left Claire's room. It was folded neatly on her bed the night she disappeared. That was the slip. Leary had never been on the suspect list. No criminal history. No connection to Claire beyond proximity. Morales started digging. She found that Leary had moved to Maine quietly in 1987. He had changed jobs, kept to himself, and stayed out of trouble. But when she reviewed the original interview tapes, his discomfort was evident. His voice wavered when he mentioned the scarf, a sign he knew more than he should. She requested a warrant and traveled to Maine. When confronted, Leary didn't deny knowing Claire. He said he remembered the case well. But when Morales showed him a photo of Claire's scarf, still folded on her bed, he froze. And then his mask cracked. Leary confessed. He had approached Claire that night on the trail. She dismissed him, laughed maybe. He lost control. He said it just happened, that he panicked. He dragged her off the path and ran home in the dark. He'd lived with the secret for 40 years. Frank Leary was arrested and charged with the murder of Claire Fielding. At trial he pled guilty. Evelyn Fielding sat in the courtroom, holding her daughter's scarf in her lap, the same scarf Leary mistakenly remembered. She didn't speak. But when the judge handed down the sentence, a tear rolled down her cheek. Outside she gave a quiet statement. He buried the truth for 40 years. But one slip, one sentence brought it all back. Some killers leave behind a trace. Some hide in plain sight. But sometimes justice only needs one mistake. This is Crime Unscripted.